What is up, Asia gang? What is up? How are you guys doing? I don't know. It's been like maybe a few weeks since I posted my last video. I don't even really know. But I am back with another video. And as you can tell from the title, today I'm coming to you with another story time. I've done a few story times on my channel before. I will have them linked up here. It's like a little playlist or whatever, so you guys can go watch that. Today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys about my stalker. Now, I don't think my life is that interesting that people need to stalk me. I think I'm a pretty open book. I post on my social media what I'm doing, so I don't find the reason why people need to stalk me. I guess my life is more important than I think. So, without further ado, if you guys are interested in hearing my story, which you are because you clicked on this video, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, because if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Join the Asia gang. I'm gonna get right into this video because I don't want to talk too much. So how we're gonna start this off, this is how it all started. This has been ongoing for a few years actually. I met this guy, well, matter of fact, scratch that. A few years ago, I went to a school upstate in Albany. You know, I was playing basketball, running track, going to school, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. After school was over, I came back home. So I was about 3 hours away. So I returned home. A few months into me being home, I seen one of my friends posting on her social media. She's posting this new guy that she's with. And I'm like, okay. We were friends only from sports. I didn't know her outside of that. We met at the school. So that was it. That's how we were friends. So I'm seeing her post this new guy. He's up at the school with her. Mind you, he's not from there. I've never seen him a day in my life. He's from like a whole nother state, but he was visiting the school and that's how they met. How they got together, I really don't know. So then a few months go on and I think he was gonna actually go to that school. I'm seeing that I got a friend request. So I'm like, okay, I've seen him before, but I'm trying to figure out like where. So I added him or whatever and I'm going through his page. Couldn't figure out where I knew him from, so I was like, whatever, I'll let it go. He hits my DMs. He's always commenting on my pictures, liking my photos, all of that. So one day he slides in my DMs, and before I even, respond to the message, I immediately go to her page and I hit her up and I'm like, yo, are you and so-and-so still together? And she never responds to me. So I'm like, it must be something. Like, I must have triggered her in some type of way. I don't really know. She must be in her feelings because she definitely read my message and she didn't respond. Here I am trying to be, like a good friend and ask what's up with y'all because he's trying to talk to me. But if you wanted to be like that, then so be it. Whatever, I left that alone. Never hit her back up. So he's in my DMs trying to talk to me. And obviously I wasn't on that. I wasn't really trying to talk to him. As a friend, cool, whatever, but I don't know you to even be talking to you. So now I'm gonna tell you guys how he even found me on social media because I've never met this guy a day in my life. So this is where it gets crazy. He was up at the school when they were together. One day he had her phone. And I know this story because of what he has told me. After a while of talking to him and becoming friends, he then told me this story. They was together in the dorms and he had her phone one day. He's going through her phone. He's on her social media, went on her Instagram, and that's where he saw me on her timeline. So he goes on my page and he's like, yo, who is this? So she's looking and she's like, oh, that's Naija. She used to go to school here. He went and found my Instagram on his phone, on his social media. That's how he got my social media. And then obviously on my Instagram, I used to have all my social medias connected. So he has me on Facebook, he has me on Snapchat. I can't remember if he has me on Twitter, but he added me on all social medias. And you guys should go do that too. So if you're not already following me, I will have all of that either pop up on the screen or linked in the description, so you guys should stay connected with me. He had me on all my social medias, so that's how we was like in contact or whatever. You could tell when someone is starting to like you. Like, he used to always send me like these heart eye emojis and stuff like that, but I would never think nothing of it. I mean, a lot of people do that to me, so I'm used to it, but I don't like lead them on in any type of of way. I'll take the compliment, but I'm not gonna do it back. So I guess he just wasn't getting the picture on, you know, this is never gonna be nothing. But I just saw it as friends, not as anything else. You know, as time goes on, we're talking more and more. And then he starts saying how he's gonna move here. And I'm like, but obviously in the beginning, I took it as a joke. You're saying you're gonna move here. You live like in another time zone, basically. So the fact that you're talking about taking a big move like that, for me, not for any reason at all, like not because of school, not because of your family, not because of anything other than me. I don't know you. I've never met you. Why would you do that? And I used to tell him that too. Like, don't make that decision and come here because of me, because that's not gonna go too well for you. I'm like straight up with people. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and be like, oh yeah, you can come here, knowing that, you know, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time in doing that. But you know, he kept insisting and kept insisting. He started looking for places and stuff like that. Then he started talking about going to school up here. Now, the reason why, like, I used to take it as a joke and never like really take him serious is because everybody knows New York is big, okay? For all he knows, I could have lived up by where I went to school in Albany, but I didn't. I lived 3 hours from there. You could have been saying you're moving to New York and been moving up there, and I still would have never saw you because I left. So, you know, I never took him serious until he started naming schools he was gonna go to, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's around the city area. That's too close to me. Like, you might actually run into me. But I never told him that's where I stay by. But like in my head, that's what I'm thinking. Wait, he's getting too close to home. This can't happen. So I started telling him like, yo, you shouldn't move up here. Why are you coming up here for me or just a female in general? Like, you know nothing about up here. You're not transferring, you know, to really go to school up here. You're transferring here to meet somebody, which that doesn't make sense. It got to the point where I just stopped talking to him because I just felt uncomfortable. I shouldn't be going through this with somebody that I don't even know. So I just felt the need, like, block you and that's it. But of course, you know, you can make more social media pages. And I've had multiple social media pages before because I've gotten hacked for whatever reason. And he just keeps adding me and keeps adding me. And I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't even make sense to block somebody because they can always make a new profile. So it's just like, okay, I have you on social media, but I'm not going to answer you. And on Snapchat, you know, you can see when, like, well, on Instagram too, you can see when someone reads your message. But on Snapchat, it's like, it goes away after 24 hours. But like, you get the notification when they open the message. You just constantly write me and write me and write me and write me. And I'm just like, you're not getting the picture yet. Like, I don't want to be bothered with you because you don't know how to just, you know, be someone's friend. This is the problem that I have with a lot of guys. Y'all don't know how to be somebody's friend, whether I've talked to you in that way or not. I can be your friend and we can be cool or whatever and leave the past behind. But it seems like guys don't know how to do that. Now I'm gonna cut you off because you're starting to irritate me. He has my social medias or whatever. I cut him off. He still finds me. So it's like, this is an ongoing situation. This has been going on for years. I've told my friends about him and they think it's crazy too. Recently, a few months ago, I want to say, he sent me a message saying something crazy like how he's in a cuckold or something. And if you don't know what that is, because I had to look that up myself to make sure like it was even something that was real. And he was basically saying how he's in love with me and how he wants to have a future with me. You know, just make sure I'm happy. No matter if that means me going doing what I want to do with somebody else, as long as I'm coming home to him and he's happy with me being happy. That just sounds like a fancy word for you're okay with somebody cheating on you. That does not sit right with me. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's just like, okay, you can go cheat as long as you come home to me. So I looked the word up and it's a real word. I would have never thought that, like, when he was saying that. So recently, like, I want to say now about a week ago, he hits me on Snapchat. Like, I posted a picture and obviously he sends me heart eyes like he always does, and I don't respond to it. And then he says something like, let me know when you're ready or something so I can move up there and we can, you know, have a future or whatever. It's something to that extent. I can't remember the exact word, but I did take a screenshot of it because I sent it to my best friend. So I have a screenshot of it and I'm gonna, you know, put it on the screen so you guys can see it. did, but there's so much more where that came from. This has been going on for years, so I have so many messages of him just basically talking to himself at a certain point. He's sending me heart eyes all the time. He's sending me all these I love you messages. Like, I'm not entertaining you, so you're really talking to yourself. I had to take that screenshot because after that, I knew I was gonna make this story time and I wanted some type of receipt or whatever to put into this video. I don't want to really expose him. He will know it's him if he watches this video. Yeah, so that's my stalker video. I don't know how else to explain this situation other than I'm being stalked. Or not really, because sometimes a stalker could be someone that's watching your every move and like following you around. But I just feel like the fact that you go out your way, consistently find the new pages that I make after I block you, I feel like that's a stalker as well. And the fact that you will move your whole life for someone that you don't know does not sit well with me. I haven't gotten to the point where it's like I need to file a restraining order on you because I don't know you and I've never met you. So what good is that gonna do? But hopefully, you know, he stays where he's at, I'm good where I'm at, and you know, you could just look from afar, because at this point, I would never even want to meet. I really wouldn't. I don't see us being anything together. So if you're watching this video, hopefully, you know, you're listening and you're understanding that it will never work, especially after all of this. It's crazy. That's just dead. The whole situation is just dead. But let me know if you guys have ever been in a situation like this. Have you guys ever had a stalker? Do you think I'm overreacting? Because I think this is beyond having a crush. Like, you know how you have a crush and you do certain things that you wouldn't do when you like somebody? But I think this is just a little extreme. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever experienced something like this. Let me know your stories in the comments below and let's have a conversation, because I'm open to talk about this. Like, let me get some feedback on this, on if you was in a situation like this, what did you do? So yeah, that's basically my story time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, you know, just let me know, and you know, I can do another story time. You know, I have a lot going on in my life, so I have a lot to share. But don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to your girl's channel, join the Asia gang, and I'll be back with another video.